Living in a peaceful suburban neighborhood usually means getting along with your neighbors and keeping the peace. But then there's Karen, the unofficial HOA enforcer, who's made it her personal crusade to micromanage every detail of our street, from lawn height to parking spaces. And when it comes to mailboxes, she's downright obsessed. It all started when I noticed my daily mail deliveries were becoming irregular. Letters delayed, packages left at neighbors' doors, and on some days, no mail at all. Initially, I thought it was a postal service glitch, maybe a routing error. But then I started hearing whispers around the neighborhood. Karen, in her trademark "everything is under control" manner, had parked her giant SUV right in front of my mailbox. Not just for a few minutes, for hours at a stretch, day after day. At first, I thought it was an accident. Maybe she was dropping off something or chatting with another neighbor. But the SUV was always there, blocking the mailbox, sometimes even the entire sidewalk. I was furious, not just because my own mail was affected, but because other neighbors were complaining about this blatant disregard for community rules. Now here's the twist. I'm a mail carrier, not just any mail carrier. I've been working for the USPS for over 12 years, delivering mail rain or shine. I know the ins and outs of proper mailbox access, regulations, and the importance of timely deliveries. So when Karen's SUV was blocking the mailbox for the third time in 1 week, I decided it was time to take matters into my own hands. The next morning at my usual mail route, I arrived early, donned in my uniform, keys jingling in my pocket, and approached Karen's house. Her SUV was parked yet again in the no parking zone right in front of my mailbox. I knocked firmly on her door. Karen opened it, a scowl already forming. "Good morning, Karen," I said with a calm but firm tone. "I need to talk about your vehicle blocking my mailbox." She rolled her eyes. "I'm not blocking anything. The mailbox is at the edge of your property, and you have plenty of room to get to it." I pointed to the USPS regulations printed on a card I carried in my wallet. Mailbox access must be unobstructed for safe and efficient mail delivery. Vehicles blocking access may be subject to citation. She scoffed. "I haven't heard of such a rule. You're just making excuses." I smiled politely. "Actually, it's in the USPS Delivery Policy Handbook. And as a mail carrier, I have the right and responsibility to ensure mailboxes are accessible. Blocking the mailbox disrupts deliveries and creates hazards." Karen crossed her arms. "Well, I park here because it's convenient." "That convenience affects everyone on this street," I said. "Not just me. Mail carriers, delivery drivers, and neighbors rely on clear access." She huffed, but I wasn't done. "I understand you want to make sure the neighborhood looks orderly, but blocking mailboxes isn't the way to do it. How about you park a bit farther down the driveway or on the street side where there are no mailboxes?" Karen hesitated, then grumbled something about parking options being limited. I handed her a flyer with parking guidelines from the HOA and city ordinance. "This will help, and if you want, I can coordinate with the HOA to clarify these rules." The next day, I returned to my route and saw her SUV moved, parked neatly on the other side of the driveway, far from the mailbox. I smiled to myself. Word spread fast. A few neighbors thanked me for speaking up. One even said, "It's about time someone told Karen." The best part? The HOA sent out a reminder email to all residents about mailbox accessibility and parking rules, quoting me as a resource for any delivery-related questions. Karen hasn't blocked my mailbox since. Sometimes knowing your rights and your role in the community is enough to clear the way, literally,